Hello, my darlings. How are you all? Thank you for your patience whilst I haven't been around. I am back for a little bit today, so I thought I would just whip out a daily reading for you today using my intuitive life coaching oracle and a tarot deck as well for you. And I'm doing a tarot spread that I've come across, which is called a good morning spread, but we can call it a good morning or a good day spread. Wherever you may be right now, my darlings. We've got 4 cards I'm going to pull, and then I'm going to see what the tarot also says for you. I hope you are all well. Thank you as ever for all of your fantastic, beautiful, lovely messages. I really appreciate it. I have been replying to some of you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you as ever for your likes, for your shares, for all of your comments, for those of you who have subscribed and those of you who have become members of this channel. If this reading resonates with you being my darling, or I resonate as reader, thank you as ever for liking this video. So let's start and see the card to represent your energy this morning. So you are in a welcoming in energy. You've got soul group it's come out, number 53. So 5 is about change for you, my darling, and 3 is about growth. So there is something that you're welcoming into your life with regard to soul group. It says you're getting ready to unite with members of your soul family. So you're ready. You're getting ready, you're in that readiness mode, you're in that lure preparation. This is something that you are in the physical realm, perhaps unaware of, although there may be a slight feeling behind the scenes in your energy of an anticipation of something. So be prepared to have a random, coincidental meeting. Connection, something where when you look back on it, you think, goodness, you know, that was so weird and that was so wonderful. And I really connected with that person. It's like they knew me, because they do know you. They know you at a soul level. It is something that's preordained. It's something that's a predestiny for you to connect with them. Now, in terms of your energy today, and that feeling of anticipation that you may have, or a sort of just a knowing that something's around the corner. When that something comes around the corner, don't just take notice of it in terms of, oh, okay, here's somebody who is soul tribe, soul family, soul mate, soul connection, soul clan. Also think, okay, so why at this particular point of my life has this person come into my life? What is it? Because it's very important at a soul level. What is it that they're coming into my life for? And so immediately observe them as a teacher. Okay, immediately observe them as a facilitator for you to perhaps gauge where you are in life, gauge what your vibration is at, gauge where your desires are. It's a sort of a trigger point for you to take a little bit of a kind of moment of standing reflection and an observation of both where you are, your energy, what you've been putting out there, because this is all as a reflection of who you are right now. Remember, the universe responds to who you are, not necessarily what you desire. It is the vibration behind the desire. So it's responding to who you are. So this is a really lovely start. This is change for you, for your growth. Let's have a look at what you should be aware of today. Thank you. If you do like this reading as I'm going through it, it is something I feel I shall do regularly, because I do like it as a sort of daily point in time, what you should be aware of today. And we have perception at number 3, which is growth again, and number 6 here, which is about harmony. So this is a perception that you are being asked to have, or you are having, that is an aspect of your harmonious growth. What does harmony mean? It means to be in complete and utter vibrational accord with your subconscious and your conscious playing its part in partnership with the universe. You're getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything. So again, what you should be aware of today is that you're getting ready. here, you are getting ready. So there, think about what you're doing at the moment that is facilitating that readiness. You know, we get up in the morning, we have a shower, we have a bath, we do whatever we do to get ready for the day. There is an energetic getting readiness that you're doing at this time. You may be consciously doing it as well through how you're consciously living your life. But if it's not conscious at this time, think about what it is that perhaps you've been doing randomly, spontaneously, without thought, that is getting you ready for something. Think about what is happening in your life right now that you are being shown, because there is change that's happening because you are getting ready. Think about the changes that have happened in your life that are showing you about what you are preparing for at this time energetically. So how can you have the best day possible? Thank you, Spirit. How can you have the best day possible? So you have got, actually, you've got quite a few cards here, but I did see Old Soul. Hang on, let me just see if there's just one that wishes to come out. That wishes to come out again as well. So we've got, interesting, Soul. Okay, so how can you have the best day possible? Self-love has come out, which is wonderful, alongside reconciliation, alongside soulmate. So for many of you, there may be a moment, well, not maybe, there is going to be, if you are resonating with this reading, there is going to be a moment of uniting or reuniting with somebody who has either been a very important part of your past in this lifetime, or has been a soul that you've had a connection with in a past lifetime. When we have these important soul connections, they tend to not just appear in one lifetime. We tend to have an ongoing relationship with them through many lifetimes, because there are many different levels of evolution that happen through that relationship, through the information that has been passed from one soul to another within that very important relationship, because we can only really truly get to know ourselves in relation to another. That's why relationships are so important in our life. And I feel, because you have been, and these cards are pointing towards a transformational change that's happening for you at this moment. It says you are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. So this is an aspect of you getting ready, because you have been doing the inner work. You have been understanding that it is not a bad thing to love yourself. It is not a bad thing to see yourself as lovable. It is not a bad thing to understand that self-love comes first, and from that all else comes as an aspect, as a reflection of that self-love. How we choose to love ourselves is reflected in the relationships that we have with others. And you have learned, and you are learning, that the capacity to love others is directly related to the ability to love yourself. The capacity, the space, the enormous or narrow space or amount of love that you are able to give others is also reflected in that amount of love that you are showing to yourself right now. And we can, from a space of understanding, wholeheartedly love others in all of their different, thank you for the word, Spirit. We have the capacity to love others in a way that is saying, do you know what? I love you for who you are. I love you for all of what you might call the good points or the bad points. I love you for who you are. I love you for where you are. I love you for who and where you are, because that's where you're meant to be in life. I love you because I choose to love you. I am not choosing to not love you because you are not giving me something that I need and you can't give me. So from that space, in doing that, you are also automatically saying that you understand that the same rule applies to you, that we are all perfect in our imperfectness. We're all meant to be exactly where we're meant to be in our life. And when we bless somebody, when we choose to love and bless somebody for who they are, not who we wish for them to be, then it is extraordinary thing happens. They either disappear from our lives because we've learnt the lesson and we've moved on from something, or they exist within our energetic structure in a very different form, in a very different way, and they reflect back to us the love that we are both showing ourselves through that understanding, and we're showing them. Or they come back into our lives because we've reached a level of awareness, a level of knowledge, a level of understanding that there are, as I'm taking a line from the beautiful poem I put up yesterday, there are necessary dark threads alongside the golden and silver threads that we may always wish to see in our life. And when we have an understanding of both the upper side of the pattern as well as the underside of everybody, then we can love without fear so much, or without a fear of rejection. So I feel that this self-love, and this is number 3 again, so this is about your growth, has been an important part of the different perception that you're now having in your life. And then you've got reconciliation and soulmate. So you have this relationship is a match made in heaven, heaven on earth, my darling. It is not a match. It is not necessarily just a match that is made for romance, for the romance of love. It is a match because it is a vital, important component of your future growth. It is a match because you two as souls, from a heavenly point of view, from a soul point of view, have come together to assist one another. And when you can, and I know I talk about this a lot, but when you can see relationships first and foremost as made in heaven in order to help you as a human being on earth to release, to let go of things, to constantly lift and raise your vibration, to come away from cause and effect in our lives that comes from an identity's crisis within itself to more of an expanded awareness and intuitive understanding that we are all just as we're meant to be, and we are all just where we're meant to be at this time. And I really feel that you're coming into that perception. It's sort of like a readiness. It's sort of increasing at this time. And therefore you've got reconciliation. This relationship, friendship, or partnership can be saved. And it's not being saved to have a repeat. It's not being saved to have a repeat, because you're getting ready for a different shift. You're getting ready. That relationship will not be the same relationship it was in the past, because you are in a very different present energy now. And so imagine your energy as a magnet. Wherever you are right now, that relationship is coming back as a reflection of an attraction of that magnet. So think it all starts with you, my darling. It starts with you. And the more you're aware of what type of magnet you're being at the moment, the more you'll understand the types of relationships and why they are made in heaven and why they are here present within this earth sphere to encourage you, to help you, to also bring joy and happiness and releasing so much, my darling. So, and something to keep in mind today. So was that what I've done? Hang on. Card reflect my energy. Card what you should be aware of today. Yep. How can I have the best day possible? So I think it's just to bring it back to that question. If this reading resonates with you, your best day is always the perpetual present of where you are, is what Spirit is saying. So how to have a best day possible now is to let go of perhaps concerns that you're having at this time that you might not be doing the right thing. Well, you're obviously doing the right thing, because you've got here that you're getting ready, you're preparing for. So think about all of the things that have felt right to you, and those are and what has happened to reflect that from the universe and see those as affirmations for yourself, and focused on today and today only, my darling. Don't live in the future, live in the present. The perpetual present is what Spirit said to me on a walk yesterday. We live in the perpetual present. It is ever present in our lives. And it brings so much more happiness to be present today. But there's something really important where Spirit wishes for you to understand about having this best day possible, because it's a very important point in your journey today. And choose to say, thank you for my surprise and delight today. Thank you. I am joyful. I am happy. I am laughing. I am light. I am wisdom. I am content. I am seeking. I am searching. I am open to receiving. And I desire to have the best day possible. And say thank you, and then go about your day choosing to focus on things that make you happy. So let's have a look, something to keep in mind today. Thank you, Spirit. So you have a new door has come out, your prayers have been answered, and a new door is being held open for you. So I feel that in this perpetual shifting of energy that you're doing, there has been for a little while now, time is not time as we perceive it within the universe, but there has energetically been a while, a new door has been held open for you, because you're actually ready. And it may be because of the perception that you're having at this time. This is why this reading, if it's resonating with you, might be the key for you to start to allow yourself to see what this new door is, and to start to see what is happening for you in a slightly different way. Your prayers have been answered. So this is something that you've been putting out there, and a new door is being held open for you. It's being held open for you because you are ready. We never feel, that's maybe for the most part, when we revert to a default position within us, which as part of our identity, part of our ego, always feels fear of the unknown. We never quite feel that we are ready. And that is because our ego wishes to protect us as an individual, and is always on the lookout for things that is, oh, that's a bit strange, oh, that's different, oh, no, I don't like that. So when we see things from our identity, never feel quite ready, but the universe knows when we're ready, and it's always asking us just to stretch that little bit past our comfort zone, just to tiptoe and lean over and just go, do you know what? Okay, I'm going to do it. And then have you noticed that when you walk through something that you feared, it tends to fall away, because the empowerment within you to do something that you feared dissolves that fear away. It's the law of non-resistance. When you're not resisting the fear has nothing to knock against. So perhaps you have a new opportunity that you're aware of, whether it is with your career, your life path, or relationship, because I feel this reconciliation and this self-love and this soulmate is a very important part of your personal growth. But it could equally be somebody within the work environment who is an important soulmate for your growth within, for your life path itself. So a new door, number 4, stability, number 6, harmony, a new door for harmonious, stable change is being held open for you. And there is a power struggle going on. You may be involved in a power struggle between 2 or more people. I simply feel this is a power struggle within yourself. I simply feel it's a power struggle within yourself, that it is a struggle between the ego identity and your intuitive higher self, super conscious, that is giving you a little shove, a little nudge down this, to go down this path. And you're going, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. But you're constantly not being able to move away from the choice. So just try it. Just try whatever it is that you feel that you're not ready for. And you might just surprise yourself, my darling, because 4, again, stability, and 1 is new beginnings. And so And 5 is change. So acknowledge to yourself the feelings that you might be struggling with the concept of embracing a new opportunity, a new possibility, choice, relationship. Acknowledge the fear. And then this is the truest gift of self-love. To ask yourself, my darling, within this power struggle, why is it, or why is it that I do the things that I do? Why do I do the things that I do? Pose the question, put the question out there, and just trust that the answer will feed back to you, almost probably instantaneously, sometimes a little later when you quieten your mind. But just getting to know yourself, you're getting to unravel a lot of layers of struggles that are perhaps clouded your perception of who you are, and what possibilities and opportunities are there for you to embrace more of who you are, because we never really truly get to know who we are unless it's through the experience of things that challenge us. And the universe has presented a present to you, has presented a challenge to you. Now, whether this is in the form of a relationship or whether this is in the form of something else, it's an opportunity for you. It could equally, with this power struggle, be a struggle that's happening between more than one relationship that you're having at this time. And you're being asked to almost become the muse in this situation. Thank you, Spirit. To almost become the muse, the sort of sage person, and to acknowledge that there is a struggle, but to look at not just what is happening on the surface of it all, but what is happening underneath. Why are these souls decided to have this struggle? Why have these souls, as part of all there is, as part of, no, that's why, when I say we are nobody, I am nobody, I am no thing. We are nobody, we are no thing, we are all things. So why, in this situation for you, whether you're having a power struggle within yourself or a power struggle with others at this time, why is it happening for you? What is it teaching you about yourself at this time? So there we are, my darling. I'm going to just pull a little bit of tarot for you. Let's have a look to see now. So you've got soul groups, soul mates. So let's have a look. The card representing your energy this morning or today. Thank you. You've got the Magician. So you are getting ready. The Magician, my darling, as you know, this is about you deciding. It's coming into that space of worthiness for yourself. It's coming into that space of knowing that the belief in yourself is the key to all of this. I feel that you are much more, especially maybe today, but also you are kind of seizing the day. I'm seeing there with the cockerel crowing. You're seizing the day. You're kind of deciding that actually this energy feels almost too good to waste, to do things that might seem mundane to you this time. But actually there is something that you are, and I feel that you're also involved much more now in, I'm going to say the word rituals, but in things that inspire you, whether that is meditation or affirmations or things that you're doing in the morning to get yourself ready as well. So very strong card for you there. So that's with your soul group. You're getting ready to unite. And I feel within this space that you have a sense of purpose now, much more so than they used to have before. Getting aware of what you should be aware of today. Thank you. The card for what you should be aware of, your core values. You're getting ready to have a shift of perception that will change everything. Oh, that's interesting. I'd call that out. Core values. Follow your heart and make values your priority has come out. So perception and core values. Thank you. So yes, you're really listening now to yourself and how you can make things happen. Thank you. What should you be aware of today? Thank you. Wow. I mean, this is a big reading, my guys. So you had the Magician, first of all, and what you should be aware of, you have the Hermit card that's come out for you today. So the Hermit is taking that time out for yourself today, not being in any rush to do anything, okay? The thing with the Hermit is that in the desire to retreat from a situation, perhaps the desire to not get involved, the desire to trust that all is unfolding as it should be. And I just feel that the universe is saying to you about what you should be aware of today is because you're getting ready to have a shift and that you're following your heart right now. There is in following your heart, there is a sort of much more of a sense of courage that's coming from you now, that sort of courage, core heart, to do something courageously, to do something wholeheartedly. I think the embracing of where you are right now, it's a wholehearted approach, and the embracing of the concept that there's little for you to do now other than to be observant, other than you to follow intuitively where life is taking you right now. And I feel, you know, it's kind of reminds me of the Fool card here, kind of coming up to the cliff edge, that you are seeing beyond your current situation, and your awareness, and I'm talking about an enlightened awareness of what you are seeing, allows you to perhaps consider things beyond your current reality, perceptions beyond your current realities, allowing you to have vision and foresight about what you're feeling is coming in. So that's what you should be aware of today. So whatever is coming through to you in this wonderful sense of solitude and happiness, just to sit with your feelings, trust in whatever's coming through to you, because it is there as your guide at this time, my darling. Let's have a look to see how you can have the best day possible. And this was understanding about self-love, new door and reconciliation. How can you have the best day possible? Thank you, Spirit. The King of Pentacles. What a brilliant card to bring out here. So this is about looking at what is worthy of your time, worthy, that is valuable for you today, okay? Not rushing into anything, but to be generous in your understanding of divine timing, to trust that everything that you are desiring is coming to you because as a reflection of who you are. And I really feel that growing sense of worth within you. You are being worthy. Think about also today, in terms of where you're giving your time and energy, what is of worth to you today? It is not of worth to focus on things that are outside of your control, that that you are not needing to know about, and also perhaps will lower your vibration if you were to get involved in those things. You've got here this little robin that's appeared. So this is to take note of those random sweet little messages that might come through to you when you are sitting in a space. It's like this generosity of heart. It's like this understanding that you have at this time a little bit of a touch, like a Midas touch at the moment with everything that's happening, and just to be aware of where you're giving attention, because it's very powerful at this time. Stay grounded. Okay, that's very good spiritual advice for you as well today. And also, as I said, to just be very generous with your patience, but trusting. You know, any kings or queens, they tend to, if you imagine a king, he will hold court, he will listen to wise advice, he will listen to wise counsel, he will have, what else is another word to say this? He has a kind of, a general, I keep coming back to the word generous, so it's like a generous approach to time, a generous approach to giving other people time as well, to listen to them at this moment in time. So think about that. If somebody's coming forward, just listen, because they might be giving you a message from the universe. If it's resonating or they resonate with you, just be very aware who's coming to talk to you today, or to perhaps call you today. Listen with a soul's awareness for what's being said. Thank you, Spirit. Because that little Robin is saying to me there's important messages. And I think the other thing about the kings are that they kind of protect their energy. They sort of persevere with something, but in a very gentle, graceful way. They're also, and it's about having faith in the unknown, and it comes back to the magician as well, to have faith in the unknown, to have faith in the mystery of life, to have faith in the mysterious, in the magic mysterious of life, to trusting, okay? So, and also just to say, do you know what? Something may happen, but it may not happen. And something may happen from that, or it may not. It doesn't really matter, because if you are perpetually in the present, and life is having a wondrous way of wonderfully transforming you are yourself, life itself, you won't really mind what happens, because you are sitting there in a space of feeling that it's all good. It's all good. I trust that makes sense. And something to keep in mind today, thank you, to surrender and spiritual gifts. Surrender and spiritual gifts. So just release and surrender all control and let nature take its course with this, okay? You're the King of Pentacles, remember that, okay? Just sit and have faith in the mysterious at this time. And you are in the process of developing and fine-tuning your spiritual gifts. So there is, again, this whole point of why something's happening, why somebody perhaps is returning, why you are having a different perspective, why there is new doors opening for you as well. I have just realized the time. I do have a personal reading, so I'm going to have to go, but I trust that that has helped those that have resonated with this reading. And I look forward to doing another one for you tomorrow, and to do your weekly readings. Take care, my darlings. So much love. Bye-bye.